to episode number 4 of Medvisor.com. I'm your host, Patrick Carter, and today we're going to talk about the common cold. We seem to be having a lot of patients coming into the clinic as well as the emergency room here in the last few weeks with the common cold type symptoms, and everybody seems to be asking for the same thing, and that is an antibiotic. And what we have found is that antibiotics are not the cure-all, be-all for the common cold, and in fact, 60 to 85% of the common cold cases are actually caused by a virus, and there are over 200 viruses that cause the common cold. So in effect, antibiotics are only going to work anywhere from 15 to 40% of the time. So your majority of the cases, antibiotics have no effect, and in fact, by taking the antibiotics, you then increase your resistance. So when you do get a bacterial infection in the future, the antibiotics just don't work. So what patients really want and what they're really asking for is symptom relief. They want this common cold to go away. They want to feel better. They want to get back to work. They want to get back to school, and they're just tired of having these symptoms. There is something you can do. And in fact, you can get these supplements over the counter. This is what I have my family do. This is what I take. This is what my friends, when they call me asking for advice on what to take, this is what I tell them to take. And this is just based on medical experience, and that is 3 things. Number 1, let's start off with, is vitamin C. Linus Pauling, and I'll link up this information below for you as well, but Linus Pauling published numerous papers and books on the benefits of vitamin C and preventing as well as treating the common cold. It works very well. What vitamin C does is it increases the release of interferon, which is a chemical that our body uses to fight infection, and it does this very early, so it helps you get on top of that infection right away. And that infection can be caused by bacteria or it can be caused by viruses. It works the same. In fact, vitamin C actually works a little bit better in fighting off viruses. Now, I recommend in adults 1,000 milligrams 3 times a day. For kids, I'm going to refer you to the back of the bottle of the vitamin C because it's going to vary based on the weight as well as the age of the child. But vitamin C works excellent. The next one's echinacea. Echinacea works really well. It actually causes more productive and efficient white blood cell in your blood system, and what it does by doing that is it increases the chemotaxis, which is basically a fancy word for how efficient your white blood cells are at fighting infection. Works great. I recommend 1 echinacea capsule twice daily when you're sick. And make sure you get the plain echinacea. Don't get the combination with golden seal and some of the other things that are out there. You just want plain echinacea. The third and final thing is actually coenzyme Q10, which does not help with the immune system as far as directly fighting infection. But the reason I recommend this is this helps with symptom relief. Coenzyme Q10 actually is important in your body's ability to create ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. This is the energy molecule that your body needs on a cellular level to basically keep your body running. And a lot of times when we have the common cold, we get ran down, our immune system's working double time to try and fight this infection. We feel fatigued, we feel drained of energy. And what coenzyme Q10 does is it actually increases this energy level and makes you feel like you did prior to your cold. I recommend when you're sick like this in an average adult, I recommend 125 milligrams once a day. If you notice you're just really ran down and you just don't have that energy, you can actually take 125 milligrams twice a day. And that's it. Those 3 things will actually make a huge impact in, number 1, shortening the length that you have the common cold, and number 2 is making you feel better, or at least feel somewhat normal when you do have the cold. Now, one of the things to remember with this is these are great for treating the cold, right? You want to start on this right away. When you get that first tickle in the back of your throat or that scratchy voice, this is when you need to start. Don't wait until you're running high fevers, that sort of thing. As always, and as I previously mentioned, you want to seek the advice of a healthcare worker if this isn't working. If you're not feeling better in the first 24 to 48 hours, then it is possible that you could have a bacterial infection and you need to go see your healthcare provider, and they can evaluate you at that time and run some tests to see if this is a bacterial or a viral infection. But what I wanted to give you this opportunity today is to know that there are things you can do that you don't need a prescription for that will increase your health, increase your fitness levels while you're sick, make you feel better, which is ultimately what you want when you have the common cold. You want it to end as fast as possible, and you want to get back to your normal state of health, and these things will do the trick. Now, I will link up some information below this video in more detail on vitamin C, as well as echinacea, as well as CoQ10. Again, I'm not selling you a single product. I'm not even going to tell you. You can get all these things at any of your pharmacies over the counter. You can get them at any of your major department stores, that sort of thing, like the Walmarts, the Targets, the Kmarts, that sort of deal. So I'm not going to recommend any specific product because they all seem to work very well. I recommend that you go there. If you have questions, talk to the pharmacist behind the counter. They can point you to the supplement section, that sort of thing. And if you have any questions or you need any more information, please feel free to email me, leave comments, anything below this video, and just let me know how you're doing. All right, thank you.